So I grew up in the Northwest in Washington State, and I was surrounded by just this beautiful countryside of farming communities. And we had a lettuce farmer down the street. I mean, one of my favorite sandwiches in the whole world is homemade white bread with lettuce and mayonnaise and salt and pepper. Because he would bring us these big, giant, gorgeous heads of lettuce when they were in season. It was just fabulous. So I was blessed with all the fruits of the land up there, and I miss it a lot. Here in the desert, we don't get that blessing, but we improvise. Anyway, cabbage was also one of the things that we got a lot of, and I know down south they get a lot of cabbage also. So I've grown cabbage, and you kind of, everything gets done at once, and you go, what the heck do I do? And unless you like sauerkraut, there's not a huge amount of options, but being that I didn't grow cabbage this year, I have a German short hair puppy, and so I'm going to bring some humor into this today. We let her in. We've been letting our dogs come in and sleep. And the first night she came in to sleep, she then took a couch cushion and decided she would eat it. And so I said, she can't sleep in the house anymore. And she's a year old. She slept in the house all winter last winter. And so we put her little doggy coat on and booted her out. And she's got access to the garage and this little dog sleeper that we built that's up off the ground and close to the ground, so it holds their body heat in, and there is a heating blanket in there if it gets cold enough. So there she is. She's out there, and the older one gets to sleep inside because she does nothing wrong anymore. Now, I've solved the problem, I hope, but my husband brought her in this morning so she could be in here bright and early while we're having our coffee and taking our showers and everything. And unbeknownst to me, she grabbed one of my flip-flops that I go to the chicken yard with and ate the whole back end of it, like that much of the heel of it off in pieces. So now I have a flop and a half to walk out there with until I go buy some new ones. I didn't notice it until tonight when I went out to the chicken yard. So, anyway, that being said, I don't know why I even put that in there, but I have to say, I'm anxious to show you this recipe. It's wonderful. Now, what it is cabbage, and actually I realized tonight that my rabbits love cabbage, and so I took the scraps and the core and everything to them. I got cabbage on sale again for 20 cents a pound. I find it funny that at one store in town it's 78 cents a pound, and at this store, which is kind of midtown, a lot of, I don't know what the deal is, but they have certain produce items very inexpensive compared to anywhere else in town, and so I like to pop in there whenever possible. Smart and Final is amazing. So you've got your cabbage down, and I do mine a little different than some people, but I'm gonna let you see that. I don't really want to use that knife. That knife is contaminated with ham, and I don't want to use that. So I'm gonna dot that cabbage with some butter. Who doesn't like butter and cabbage? I love sauteed cabbage with just butter and salt and pepper. So delicious. So I'm going to serve this over egg noodles. We have this in the fall. It uses up some fall root vegetables as well as, and I think in the beginning, you know, people would butcher their hogs in the fall, or I don't know how that worked, or maybe their hams got cured by then. Maybe that's what it was. I know this is a fall dish, though I'm not sure how it derives. And then I've got, for this small casserole, it's about one large carrot and about a third of a large onion. You don't need any more than that. Now it looks like this is already full, but it's going to cook down, so that cabbage and everything is going to shrink way down. Let me rinse my hands. Oh, I guess my whole story theme was why I didn't have a garden this year. Because she has a real propensity to be attracted to plastic and or rubber. She's eaten all of our drip lines, and I could just see her tearing up a garden. So next year we'll try it. So this is celery seed. Now sometimes I put celery in here, but my mama always puts celery seed in here. Okay, I'm back. I got that apple all chopped up, and I'm going to put that in there. I did 2 apples. Sometimes you can do just 1, but I really like the sweetness that it adds to the fall flavors, and it's just delicious. Now on top of that, some of the little fat that's in the ham will render down. This is a ham that I absolutely love. This is a Falls brand ham. Falls brand ham, bacon, sausage. This is made in Idaho, and I had it, the first time I had it, we were out hunting and we stopped and we ate somewhere and they served up Falls brand bacon. And I have been in love with it ever since, so that I just can't say enough about it. Anyway, so I bought a little Falls brand ham with the bone in, and I'm probably going to make beans or something with some of it after we eat some more of the ham. Now this is my homemade chicken stock. I don't need a quart of this. I'm kind of bummed that I don't have a pint jar somewhere, but I'm going to have to make some pints for sure. I will save this and use it later in the week. I've got a chicken in there we're going to cook, and I'll make some soup. So I'll use it. Let's look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. I'll get you over where you're closer. We'll wait till that settles, and we'll see what kind of seal we have on this. This gets pressure canned. Nice seal. Nice seal. You can hear it. Oh, it smells so good. If you've got the opportunity to make homemade stock, why not? Now, I can tell you, the reason I have it in quart jars is because I usually use it in quart. You know, we have those quart cartons or whatever. For the most part, I use it in quarts. But I'm going to mix any sediment up so I get a good mix. And I'm just going to pour some of this down over it. You only need about maybe a cup. Nah, maybe 3/4 of a cup. It's just really to steam the vegetables. And I've got these reusable plastic lids to store the rest of the stock for later on in the week when I do, well, it'll probably be Sunday, I'm guessing. Let's see, yeah, it'll probably be Sunday. Or maybe Saturday I'll do it. I've got chicken that I'm going to cook tomorrow night, and then, you know, chicken usually makes up about 4 meals for us. So then you lay your ham down. I've already got my butter. Actually, I want a little pepper. I like pepper. A little bit of salt and pepper in there. Honestly, my stock doesn't have hardly any salt in it. So just vegetables and chicken bones and chicken. And this is pepper that I freshly crack. I just put it through the coffee grinder and have a little bowl anytime I need it, because to wind and wind and wind for the amount that I want just is, I don't have time. So now we're ready except for foil. We're going to put this in an oven at 350. It's been preheating. I'm so excited. I'm going to serve this down over egg noodles, and see, now I'm going to leave that fat in there. I want some of that fat to kind of render down into the cabbage, and there's not so much fat that it's, not okay. Cabbage will melt down and really lend its own flavor to everything too. And so you just cover the whole top with ham and let it do its thing. And there you go. You have this beautiful casserole type dish that you spoon out over. We always did it over egg noodles. Some people do it on the side. We're going to do it over egg noodles. Wow. Oh, you get the sweet from the apple and the carrots, but vegetables have shrunk down. This is amazing. Smells delicious. You can leave this sit if you want. I don't think I can wait that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a serving spoon out. Maybe. I've already got some egg noodles on my plate. Now these are, actually the egg noodles are cold. And the vegetables all lend some broth too. So, not just that chicken stock is in there as broth. And in fact, I really almost wish, the ham lends some stock. I really need to cook the noodles right in the casserole like my mom did. Just do it. Just do it. Because, oh, look how beautiful that is. And then I want some of that stock. I'll at least taste it for you. Wow. Oh, you get the sweet from the apple and the carrots, but that is amazing. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know. It doesn't really matter who you are or where you live in the country. This is a great fall dish. And so I'm just going to taste some of this for you after I figure out how to get some of that stock in my noodles. So I gotta have it. So in this situation, I think what I would do is I would actually, because of the amount of broth and everything, I would transfer this to a bowl, because this is really gonna lend some great flavors. And then you can just have all that broth and the pasta absorb that as you're eating.